It's engaging. It's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Come back to me. I've got the feeling.
Hey, besties. Welcome to another episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. Oh, wait, I think I got a little something on you. Hold on, let me get that. Okay. Today, we are helping you out because it is allergy season and it can be rough out there. So we got some tips to help you attack those allergies along with sinus issues that you may be having. Plus, here's the thing. Sometimes the attack has to start at home. So we're going to help you with making sure you allergy-proof your home as best as you can as well, right? So a lot of tips for you and your loved ones today, because we don't want you walking around looking like Steven here.
I'm sorry if I seem a little bit out of it today. My seasonal allergies are out the wazoo. Hi, no, don't come near me. Don't come near me. What does it feel like to have your life together? Wait, what do you mean? Like to not constantly have a little tickle in your nose. Does that feel good? I went through 4 boxes of tissues already. Look at this week. This morning. I was gonna go to that, but honestly, I just don't want to be like sniffling around everybody. I took last week for granted. I really did. Wait, what was last week? Oh, and I was breathing normally. No, I did not just get done crying, even though that is usually how I start my Mondays. I just sneezed 8 times in a row. And here comes a 9. Oh, by the way, I've resorted to this. So, yeah. How's your guys' day going? Anything fun going on later? I feel like SpongeBob in that one episode where he has the suds. Wait, so have you tried taking an allergy pill? Oh, wait, hold on. Everybody gather around. Gather around. Wait, say that one more time. I was just wondering if you took like an allergy pill or if you needed Raise your hand if you think I should do that. Obviously, I tried that. Dorinda. Life is worth living. I'm going to take a nap.
Just take a nap. Welcome, Dr. Susan Adiowe from Blue Ribbon ENT. Okay, it's hard like that. I used to walk around like that with the tissues in my nose whenever allergy season starts. Yep. So what is it about this time of year that it gets really bad?
Well, thank you for having me. So what is it about this season? Firstly, the pollens. You know, we go through the 4 seasons of the year. Mm-hmm. Maybe some people say it's debatable here in Houston, but we go through 4 seasons. And usually this is the season where we get a pollen explosion. And those pollens, as beautiful as they are, we get these beautiful trees and, you know, all kinds of things that make spring. Yeah. For some of us with immune hypersensitivity, those pollens are like foreign invaders and our body responds with allergy symptoms.
So what is the immune hypersensitivity coming from? Like, is that from our parents? Where do we get that from?
Well, it's from a number of things. For some people, it is genetic. So one of the things I see in my clinic is a parent bringing in a child and they'll say, he's just like me. When I was his age, I was sneezing all over the place and look at him here. Do you think it's related to me? And I'll say, yeah, sometimes it is genetic. Yeah. Sometimes it's acquired. So hormonal changes are periods and times where our immune systems may become more primed to becoming sensitive to certain things. So a good hormonal period you can think of as pregnancy.
Oh, wow.
Some of my pregnant ladies, they'll come in and they're like, Doc, before I got pregnant, all of this I could do. And now I'm pregnant. Or since I've had the baby, now I'm sensitive to everything. I'm sneezing all the time. What happened? Hormonal changes.
Oh my gosh. We deal with everything with these hormones. Oh, wow.
It can happen with men as well. And, you know, I have some male patients that'll come in, no allergies for years, and all of a sudden they're like, well, what's going on? Even as we get older, even in men, with hormonal changes, we can see that too.
Wow. Could we see the reverse? Like if you're blessed enough to maybe grow up having allergies and then see them dissipate over time?
People grow out of them.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, so what are some things that maybe we can do to help alleviate? Obviously, take an allergy pill, but for some people that's just not as effective.
As Steven said, Dorinda was right. Try allergy medication. It is really a good idea to try allergy medication. One of the things that happens a lot when people come and see me is there's a lot of confusion. Okay, well, do I take this once? Do I take it twice? Well, what if I took it one time and it didn't work? Allergy medications are very good, but they're best used when you're consistent.
Oh, okay.
So for example, one of the categories of medications that I think are fantastic, antihistamines. You can get them in pill form, like Zyrtec, or Xyzal. You can also get them in spray form, like your Azelastine. Those are great. They combat the histamine response, which is what mediates a lot of our sneezing and runny nose. But consistency is often better. You get better control of your symptoms when you're consistent with using them.
Okay.
There's also steroids. So you'll see Flonase, that's a steroid spray, or Nasacort. These are all over the counter. Those, they work great, but you really have to be consistent with those. In fact, our studies show you got to use them for at least 3 weeks before you really see a difference.
Oh my gosh, that was my question. How long till we see some relief? But 3 weeks. Ooh, that's a lot of consistency.
That's a lot.
It's a whole 21-day challenge. Okay. We're gonna take a break because we all need to digest that. We'll be right back after this.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Hey, besties.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chattin' with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 9:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Dr. Susan Adionwe from Blue Ribbon ENT is here to help us with these allergies and sinuses. And what is the title that you have? Because I can't even pronounce
Yes,
it.
this is a common one. Otolaryngology. I am an otolaryngologist. Specifically, I'm a fellowship-trained rhinologist.
Wow, that is fancy, ma'am. So that means you can help with more complicated cases.
Yes.
All
yes,
right. Okay.
Yes. A rhinologist is somebody who's done additional training in really treating sinuses and doing sinus surgery. So you tend to sometimes see people need someone like me, even after they've seen an ENT and their situation's just a little bit more challenging. That's where I come in.
Okay. So explain this to me. The difference between allergies and like sinus infections. What is that? And how can people tell?
Question. I love this question.
Yay.
Because when you come and see me, a lot of what I do is educating, and this is a question that I talk about a lot because it confuses people.
Yeah.
And even when people talk about their symptoms, they'll say, well, I'm suffering from sinuses. And you hear what they're talking about, and you're like, no, that's allergies. So how can you tell the difference? Firstly, one of the things that we look for is the complement of symptoms that you have. So people who are typically suffering from allergies, they typically have sneezing and clear nasal drainage. Okay. Now, there are other symptoms that you can find in both categories, like your nasal congestion and your facial pressure. So I don't typically use those to help me distinguish.
Okay.
I look for sneezing and clear nasal drainage. And almost always, that's allergies.
Okay.
Now, if you're dealing with a sinus infection, I look for colored nasal drainage. So once we go from clear to yellow, green, red, any of that, we've moved into infection territory.
Ooh, okay.
I also look for sense of smell changes. So typically, now you can see sense of smell changes in people with allergies, but if we're dealing with, I haven't been able to smell for weeks, you probably have moved into a sinus infection.
Okay. Can you have a sinus problems without it being a full-blown infection?
You can. Some people will get sinus pressure, and those symptoms you can see with allergy. So you can have sinus symptoms without having a full-blown infection.
Ah, okay. So one thing that I've experienced is also like my eyes getting itchy with the allergies. Is there any help for that?
Yes, and the help is allergy medication.
Okay.
So when you're taking your allergy pills, you get a systemic effect with that. So if I take a Zyrtec, it's going to affect everywhere allergy symptoms can be. My eyes, my gut, my sinuses, my nose. So that's one thing.
I'm sorry, did you say allergy symptoms in our guts?
Yes. You've got allergy receptors in your guts as well. And many people don't know that. And
Like me? I don't know that.
just learn something here
You
today.
just learned something new.
Yes, many people don't know that. So you can have allergy symptoms that are expressed through the GI system. We see that sometimes with food allergies. You'll see people who have certain allergies to foods and they'll get these sort of GI symptoms.
Oh,
But you can definitely have that.
Wow. Okay, so many things to cover. All right, so some things that people try if they're trying to avoid allergies, going outside, wearing eye protection, if they want to treat, maybe doing the, what do they call it?
The sinus washes? The
Yeah,
nasal
those sinus
rinses?
washes. Does any of that work?
I love a good sinus rinse. I
Okay.
think that works very well, especially if you're somebody who says, you know what, I kind of would like to avoid allergy medication. I'm already on too many medications. What can I do? I love a good sinus wash. And if you think about it, things in the air make their way into your nasal cavity. And when you're rinsing, you're literally rinsing that stuff out and you're breaking that inciting incident that leads to all the inflammation. So I love a rinse. And if you know that you're going to go somewhere, rinse before you leave and rinse when you come home. That's
Why
a
would
very
you
key
rinse
time.
before you leave?
Because you're anticipating being exposed to all of these allergens. I like to tell people pre-treat. If I know I'm going to go out there and there's going to be grasses and I'm allergic to grasses, I rinse and I spray my allergy spray. I pre-treat, I prepare, and then when I come in, I rinse again.
Oh, okay. It's like cleaning before a party with a bunch of guests you don't want. You got to clean up after them.
I just canceled the party, but yes, I get the analogy.
That's a good idea too. I'm just gonna stay inside. Any other tips for us? Oh, and then eye protection. Does that do anything?
Eye protection, I would say rather than the sunglasses, if you're really trying to protect those eyes, use your medication. There's also eye allergy medication as well. We've got drops such as Pataday drops that are antihistamine drops for the eyes. You can do that as well.
All right. At what point do we need to see a specialist?
At the point you think you need one.
Okay, whenever
Yes.
you think you need one.
I stand by that because one of the things I often see are patients who sort of circle around from here and there, and it's been years, and they say, you know what, I should have seen an ENT a long time ago. And I think it's really important to see us, even for the folks that are managing their allergies by themselves over the counter. A lot of what I do is educating. It's telling people, these are the kinds of medications out there. This is how you will use them. This is when you will use them. This is when you need to see me again. That education really gives them the framework to take care of it on their own. So if for that alone, come and see us.
Well, what about the kids? Because
We love the kids.
it's always hard to understand what's going on with them where they're so little, like they don't understand what's going on with them. So how do you see and I guess diagnose a kid who might have allergies?
Kids is a little bit more challenging, particularly because some of the things we can do with adults, we can't necessarily do with kids. For example, allergy testing. Allergy testing in a child, maybe say a 2 or 3, may not be as accurate as in an adult with a full grown immune system. So the younger the child, the more we're relying on, doing allergy washes if they'll let you, and just supportive care. As kids get older, we work with parents to kind of see when we can institute medication and really kind of troubleshooting their symptoms as they go. Kids also may get ear infections from their allergies. They may need their tonsils and adenoids removed as part of the whole thing. For a kid, you really need a specialist to kind of walk with you in that.
Okay, well, thank you for being our specialist and giving us so many great tips. We appreciate that. Coming up next, we're going to help you allergy-proof your home and help everybody out.
I've got the feeling. Come back to me.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher.
He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me?
Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that?
Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
Time to get the allergies out of your home, along with, we talked about how to get them out of your nose. You got to clear your space, though. That's part of it. Oh, welcome back, our bestie, Dee Brown, a home and renovation design expert. Okay, so we had a conversation about this, and there are some things that surprised me when it comes to getting the allergies under control. You say that part of it could be like the materials in our home.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of times people think that allergies, it's everything on the other side of the door, but it could actually be what's inside your home. And it's like, it could be the materials. It could be, of course, your house can be dusty and it's time to clean it up. We know the obvious, but it could also be fabrics that you're allergic to that's causing reactions, whether it's the sneezing, the coughing, waking up with headaches. It could even be eczema rashes. So it really, you could be allergic to your home. I don't know if you've ever walked in your home before and you just kind of went on this sneezing spell. And I have said, I think I'm allergic to this house. We need to buy a new one. That's just my excuse for wanting to upgrade.
Okay, all right.
But my husband's gonna see this. Okay, yeah, I want another house. I'm kidding. Grateful for what I have. But my whole point is that a lot of times people totally ignore what's inside their homes. So they're thinking, oh, it's still carrying from what happened outdoors when I went for that walk, or from the car to the front door. And it could really be your pillow. It could really be your sofa when it's the last time that you've got it cleaned. So there are several things that we can cover to kind of bring things to awareness, but also give solutions on how to eliminate that.
Okay, so how would you try to narrow it down in your home? If you, we talked about the obvious, go ahead and clean it up. Do that. Do all the dusting. What would be your next step if you feel like, oh, I'm still experiencing something and I need to figure out what it is in here that could be bothering me?
So that's kind of really is a good question, because it kind of touches on my first point. Pay attention and read, right?
Okay.
So I think sometimes we're in such a fast-paced life, right, we are really not paying attention to ourselves. Things are happening, skin is itching, we are sneezing, snot is flying.
We're just
all the things,
wiping
but
it and
we're
moving along.
We're like, oh, I'm coming down with something. I didn't have enough water. I stayed up too late. I had too much sugar. I've had too much caffeine. My immune system is starting to break down. What are you sleeping on at night? Pay attention. When does that sneezing happen? Is it happening when you're in the car driving? Is it happening as soon as you walk in the door? So you have to start kind of documenting those things and paying attention. You want to be aware of what you're sleeping on. That's one of the biggest things I tell people. I said, if you want to start somewhere, focus on the areas where you spend the most time. Your bed. When you're home for the day after work, you're in your bed sleeping, hopefully for 8 hours. Not me.
I mean, congratulations.
I know, right? I'm like, what is 8? I'm like, let's subtract 3. But you spend a lot of time in your bed. And so you want to think about those pillows. You want to think about that mattress. People aren't cleaning their mattresses. People aren't washing their pillows once a quarter.
Yeah.
And replacing them after 2 years.
At least.
These are things you want to think about because you're resting on this pillow. But in addition to that, what material is it made out of?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So when you're saying wash the whole pillow, not just the
wash the
not
whole
just
pillow.
the cover.
No.
Okay. Wash everything.
You want to wash your pillow at least once a quarter. You want to definitely change your bed linens, your bedding, or whatever at least once a week. You want to wash it in hot water to really get all that dust, any of those allergy-causing particles out of your material.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So then when we start looking at the materials, what these things are made of, what are some things that you've seen that we should be avoiding? Maybe when it just comes to the sheets, like let's start with the top layer and covers in the sheets.
So what's so interesting is that, you know, reading labels, we can be a little lazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a huge thing now with reading the labels on your food, right? You want to read the labels for what you're putting on your skin, what you're sitting on, what you're laying on. You want to do the same thing for your bedding.
Wow.
You want to check for different certifications. There are companies out here that are hiring third-party companies to come in and to do these certifications to say, hey, this is free from things that can cause you harm, including things that can really set off your allergies. And you want to look for certain specific certifications. One that I am in love with is Ocotex. And so you can look for that. They have aisles that are labeled to let you know that some of these products are made with it, but you also see it on tags. And what this does is certify an item to let you know, hey, guess what? We have tested this product and you are safe. There is no type of anything that's in this that's going to be harmful to you, and that includes things that'll trigger your allergies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got the bedding.
Yes.
Oh, we're reading tags on everything? Are we reading tags on the carpet?
You want to, well, so here's the thing about the carpet, which gets really tricky. This is kind of what spearheaded our conversation at my house, is when we first moved into our home and we had carpet and we walked into the home and my son could not stop sneezing. And then I started sneezing and I was like, what's up? What's going on? So I knew I didn't want to replace it with carpet. We ended up getting flooring that's actually eco-friendly, and so it is toxic free. So there were really no worries in regard to, you know, gassing off different VOCs, things like that that could trigger the sneezing, the coughing, the headaches, and things of that nature. When you're shopping for rugs, I always try to encourage people, and we talked about this too, you want to look at more natural materials, right? You want to look at the wool rugs, you want to look at the cotton rugs, you even want to look at jute. Those are my top 3 picks so that you have options that are a little bit more friendly to your health.
And what is jute?
So jute is kind of like that. It almost kind of looks a little similar like this. I know we can't really pan over here, but it kind of gives you like that rope material.
Oh, okay.
And it's very similar to what we see behind us, but these are all things that are a little bit more friendlier to your allergies. But not only are these great, you want to make sure you're vacuuming. People don't vacuum. Let's say people have different schedules for vacuuming.
Okay.
And if you are one with allergies, you really want to be intentional about how often you vacuum and even the type of vacuum that you use, because the filter matters. You can get vacuums that are made with the filters that are very appropriate and that can help suck up all of those allergy-causing particles.
And don't forget to clean those filters.
Don't forget to clean the filters.
Yeah.
That's a huge, huge thing. I feel like you're taking all my
Well,
points
I
before
mean,
I can
it just-
even bring it out. Here, you take this. Let's switch seats. No, I'm joking.
It came to mind.
No, but this is why we started talking about it to begin with.
We can talk about this all day.
We can talk about it all day. But yes, filters are super important. I mean, we can talk about the air filters. You know, I like to encourage individuals, like when you're in the hot summer months, you know, maybe not wait that 2 to 3 month period to change out those filters. Maybe do it every month.
Okay, all right. We're going to keep that in mind while we take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our final thoughts.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie.
Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 9:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I want to thank my guests for helping us attack allergy season. Dr. Adionwe, any final thoughts?
Yes, come see me. If you're struggling with allergies or sinus problems, you can see me in Sugarland at Blue Ribbon ENT Allergy and Sinus Center, and you can come experience the Blue Ribbon Way. It's a practice steeped in compassion, empathy, and human connection. So come check us out.
Oh, Lindsay?
Yes, so if you want more information on how to protect yourself, getting information, reading those labels about Okotex, go to my website, www.dwbrown.com. You spell out D-D-E-E, and you'll find all the information and free downloadables there.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much. And thank you for watching another episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. Keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox. Let us know if any of this works for you. All right? We'll see you on the next episode of Chattin' with Chelsea.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie.
Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come Come on, man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, besties.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chattin' with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Break these boys off the dome on this one.
Street flavor.
Southside soldier, Mr. Country Rap Tune. That's right. I'm back in the building. Let's do this.
I can't count on my hands how many times I tried. If I said it was easy.